Ciao ciao, Sveiki! In the previous lesson, we have learned all the numbers in Latvian language, which will help you right now to learn about time, as the numbers are the fundament for time in Latvian language. So what's the time? Cik ir pulkstenis? Cik ir pulkstenis? Pulkstenis ir 9. The time is 9. Cik tagad ir pulkstenis? Cik tagad ir pulkstenis? What's the time right now? This is the question about time. But another question you can ask in Latvian is kāds ir laiks? But the same question is also used for weather. If you want to know the weather, what is going on outside, you can ask kāds ir laiks? And the answer is tagad ir pulkstenis 4. Tagad ir pulkstenis 4. Right now it's 4 o'clock. And there was a question that someone was writing, what is the time in Latvian language, AM or PM? So in Latvian language, there is no AM or PM like there is in English. We use basic numbers to tell about the time in Latvian language. And you have two ways. You can either use electronic clock or 24-hour system, as it's used, I guess, everywhere, or you can use 12-hour system. The easiest in Latvian language for complete beginners, it is to use electronic clock or 24-hour format. Once you know all the numbers, you can easily speak about the time. But if you want to use something more complicated, difficult, or you are not learning basic Latvian language, then you can expand on your vocabulary, on your knowledge, on conjugations with the numbers used in time format from 1 to 12. And I will show you just a glimpse of example later on today. Numbers are used in masculine form when you use 24-hour format. In this slide, we will use very basic way of talking about time, which is 24-hour format or electronic clock. I like to call it like this. Cik ir pulkstenis? And here you can easily see 8:24. And this is exactly what you are saying in Latvian. Time is pulkstenis ir 8:24 or 8:24 minūtes. This is the more difficult way of telling the time because here conjugations are in place, so means grammar are in place. But you can also use it. But that's the another level of Latvian language. So for basic, you just need to know 8:24. Yeah, pulkstenis ir 8:24. Next example, it's exactly 1 o'clock. Pulkstenis ir 13:00. Yeah, you can say just 13. The time is 13. Or you can say 13:00, depending on person. People are saying differently. And the next one, it is pulkstenis ir 12:25. Time is 12:25. 12:25. And if you want to use a bit more difficult format, I will show you what other words you need to learn. So here are those examples and approximate time intervals. So in the morning, no rīta or rītā. In Latvia, we are using time from 4 or 5 a.m. till 12. If you want to speak about a day or afternoon, you would use the time between 12 and 5 or 12 and 17, and you would call this time diena in the day or pēcpusdienā, afternoon. And if you want to talk about evening in Latvia, you would use word vakarā, in the evening. And the time interval is between 5 and 12 at the night, 17 till 12 at night. And the night is between 12 at night and 4 or 5 in the morning. And you would use word naktī, in the night. Naktī. And here I'm giving you some examples. If someone would ask you, cik ir pulkstenis, or if you would ask, what kind of answers you might get. So if you would walk in the night in Riga city, someone would tell you, for example, tagad ir viens naktī. Right now it is 1 in the night. Trīs dienā. 3 in the day, or 3 in the afternoon. Četri pēcpusdienā, 4 in the afternoon. Then someone could say, tagad ir 5 vakarā. Tagad ir 5 vakarā. Right now is 5 in the evening. Pulkstenis ir 6 vakarā. So you can have very simple. The person can just give you the number. The person can just give you the number and the part of the day which this number belongs to, or could give you a long proper answer. Pulkstenis ir 6 vakarā. Time is 6 o'clock. Then 7 rītā, 7 in the morning. Pulkstenis ir 10 vakarā. Time is 10 in the evening. And the last example is pulkstenis ir 11 no rīta. Time is 11 in the morning. In this example, we can see two ways of telling time in Latvian language regarding half past. If you want to use the simple option, you would say pulkstenis ir 9:30. Exactly as we covered earlier, electronic time or 24-hour time format, time is 9:30. Pulkstenis ir 9:30. Or you can use another way, which is a bit more complicated. Pulkstenis ir 9:30. 9:30 or 9:30. Yes, because here you would say half an hour from 10. 9:30. Pulkstenis ir 9:30. If you want to have literal translation, it is 9:30. If you want to have the long translation, it's 9:30. But exactly how we say in Latvian, it is in English. 9:30, 9:30 means half an hour from 10. So 10 minus 30. Yeah, because when I was living abroad, I was so confused for some time how they use the time depending on the language. So is it 9:30 or 10? No, 9 plus 30 or 10 minus 30. And here it is 10 half from 10. So that's what I want to tell you. And another example, it is pulkstenis ir 6:30. But the simplest way is to say pulkstenis ir 6:30. 6:30. Time is 6:30. So exactly the same thing. 6:30 or 6:30. 7 minus 30 or 6 plus 30. Yes, so that's what it means. And in this slide, I would like to show you how to give those half an hour intervals from that hour or half past, yeah, and how to read them. 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:05, 1:06, 1:07, 1:08, 1:09, 1:10, 1:11, 1:12. This is the 12-hour interval. Plus, you can add the time of the day. Is it in the morning, daytime, evening, or at night? For example, pustrīs naktī, or pusseši rītā, or pusastoņi vakarā, or pusviens dienā. And how to say about time in Latvian language if it's not a whole hour or half an hour? So if you want to speak about the minutes between, so something past one, for example, 1 past 1, 2 past 1, or 12 past 1. Exactly same as in English. Minutes past hour. If we have 13:07, it would be 7 past 1. And here you have a short version and the long version. For the minutes, you can use 1 till 29 minutes in this example and in 12-hour format. The shorter version is without minutes. 5 pāri 2, 5 past 2, or 14:05, 15 pāri 3, 15 past 3, or 15:15. And the long version and more difficult, complicated version, it is with minutes, because when the word minute come in the place, you would need to conjugate some of the words again. 5 minūtes pāri 2. 5 minutes past 2, or 14:05. So just adding one word minutes, you already need to conjugate word piecas. And the next example, there is no conjugation in place because of word 15 we are not conjugating. So just simply 15 minūtes pāri 3. So here are so many rules of grammar that I would really advise the complete beginners just use electronic time or 24-hour format for beginning. But if you are keen or you have a need to learn more difficult examples, of course, I can create a full video regarding the rules, and I can teach you if I will have enough comments asking for this lesson. And the next one, it is just simple. As I said, that's something you can use for now. 24-hour format. Pulkstenis ir 14:05. Pulkstenis ir 15:15. So you can see the clock on the left. Yes, so just time is and the numbers. And the next lesson, we will learn conversations about the time in Latvian and speaking practice. Because one thing is to know the formula, another thing is practicing the language until you're able to communicate and speak clearly in that language. Thank you very much for your attention. Paldies par uzmanību and visu labu. Čau, čau!